Hello, 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 hello. Can anybody hear me? Okay.
Can anybody hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Testing one, two, three. All right. Well, you know what? I just thought I'd just go ahead and pop up on here and just talk about a few things. This isn't on my segment of news you can use, but you know what? I'm talking about things probably some news that a lot of people probably cannot use. But anyway, make sure when you come in here, you hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, make sure you do that, and make sure you do that. You know what? I'm just saying, like, and thanks for those who chiming in on the replays or on the replay session or whatever. But tonight, you know what? I just want to talk about. I just had a really good, end of the summer party. The summer is not over yet until the mid September. I know that. But just thinking that we are 9 months in. Hey, we are 9 months into the year, and I just want to do a little reflection of news you can use. Some things that have went on that I do want to bring up. One, right now, at the beginning of the year, I was dealing with, family health issues and then later on, my health issues. And from early in the quarter of the year, things, are totally different, like 180 right now. I've created a community of a YouTube community that I'm very happy with. I have met some really dope folks in here. Um, Highly entertaining part of it, of certain sectors and everything like that. But nonetheless, I'm really happy that that I am doing this now. So um, yeah, just reflecting on those things. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about health, reflect on my health, the lengths that I had done taken to secure. Now, nothing is 100%, but one thing I can say is that when you work on, if you say that you want to work on loving you and doing you, right? One thing you do have to take care of is your physical health, right? And your physical health look, physical and mental together, okay? And a lot of it is people say protecting your peace, but having a sound mind is pivotal for protecting your peace, because that way you'll be able to know how to have healthy boundaries, how to communicate in a healthy way, how to know to work through your challenges and things that remain that keep you stuck, remain to keep you stuck. Okay. And sometimes people don't realize that they're stuck in some situation. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about people. I'm going to talk about me. How sometimes you are stuck in certain situations and you keep feeling like, damn, I keep being in this situation, or I'm not, I feel like I'm growing or evolving. I'm just still. And I'm okay with being complacent, but I definitely don't want to be a place where I'm still, because then I feel like I myself cannot develop more healthy relationships. So I do speak with a therapist every week. I do maintain boundaries. And when I personally felt like when I started seeing things that I started moving on and growing, some things I just can't stomach. Some things I can't go there no more, or I feel like I aged out, or it's just not my cup of tea like that anymore. And I'm okay with that. And talking to someone, being able to talk to someone to really unpack, or even someone to help guide me through some things, or have a revelation through some things, is so pivotal, people. is so pivotal. Okay. Because in life, you do want to maintain happiness, and happiness is really truly a choice. But joy is something that somebody can't take away from you. And that's where the end goal for me is to be mentally healthy, to obtain joy, to work on my goals. And listen, it's 9 months already into the year. And when I look back of things that I've seen or what I've going through, thank you. You said that's good. The things that I've gone through today, I can say that I have made some small strides, and small strides are so good because sometimes taking huge leaps may not be the best for me, you know. But one thing I can say that I'm happy, I'm blessed. My kids are healthy, um, and I'm just thankful for that. And one of the challenges that I did have to you that I really had to keep continuing to work on is being a parent. I do have adult children, but when your children relationships are not in line of how you grow up and how that you raise them, and I know you have to take a step back and let them work things out, but it does make you feel like you failed in some ways of communicating. And when I see my children, adulting, but not more in a healthy way far as for me in communicating with each other, that shit hurt. That shit really hurt. And I had to continue to speak with my therapist and take a step back. And I felt like, and I was like, you know what? Taking a step back was one of the best things of me mothering, me parenting was the best thing that I had to do. So I just want to know, do you write down your goals, and how often do you work on them? Do you strive to work on your goals every day? Are you disciplined? And being disciplined really something that takes time to develop every day. So I can't say I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but you know what? 365 years, I mean years, 365 days, or sometimes 66 around the sun. That is a year, right? So that means every day you can get up and work on your goals. And I do. Today made me really realize. Don't get me wrong, I had an amazing time. Happy birthday, Beyonce! But working and maintaining and working on my goals, and I could say probably I wrote down like 20 goals this year, and I'm happy and joyous to say that I have maintained four of them. Okay. And that's great. And every day, goals are important. Goals are important. You have something to aspire to do. And a part of that, of the choice, working on your goals, and you check one off, makes you feel a sense of accomplishment. And that's where a part of me felt like I no longer was stuck, because you know what? I was able to get through this. I'm moving on to the right path. And this is what I, inspire to do or to be in this moment. Like, hey, I done that. Working on my health, you know, eating more healthy, being more stewardess of, I'm talking church, like being a more good stewardess of my money. You know what? Being a good stewardess of my money. And it's so funny because people say you could take your money, spending money. That's one of my goals of being way better than what I do. Just because you may have excess funds or something, doesn't mean that you should go ahead and do it, because even though you can't take that money with you, but goddamn, if I'm going to be trying to eat cat food when I'm the fuck, you know what I mean, when I'm an old lady, okay? So I need to have things on the, I need to have some money in the bank, and I'm sitting there like I'm just doing these things frivolously. So is there some news that you could use? I think like if you can, the sound of my voice, if you're not a good stewardess of the money, I think that's one of the goals that we probably can work together on. Having a spreadsheet. Number one thing, I did take out DoorDash because I actually looked at my for the first 9 months. I looked how much money did I spend on DoorDash. It was just outrageous. Okay, you ordered Chick-fil-A, you go to the drive-through of Chick-fil-A, and you probably spend $20. You order Chick-fil-A through DoorDash, and it's like $60. Shit is ridiculous. Okay? Crazy. Crazy. That's one of the things I've learned. DoorDash, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Another thing I learned, rich, which is really not a hard. I know it's a news you can lose Tuesday 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another news you can use this coming up Tuesday, so I hope you enjoy me. Another thing I do want to bring up, just reflecting back of being on YouTube, how to navigate through YouTube, boundaries through YouTube. It just was just being lazy, and you just paying to be lazy. You know what? And I'm like, I could really sit up there and make my own burrito. I mean, man, that tastes like the ones that I got from there. It does. It does taste better. Okay, and I know who making it. Me. I know who hands is in it. Me. Okay, I know no fly had that jumped on it and laid it. Let me chill. Let me chill. Yes, me. DoorDash is lazy. Okay. So I think, you know what? I think we should need to be sowing seeds back into ourselves, cook more, go online and see what they're, how to make more. Everybody's a goddamn chef on them other platforms. Makes it just being lazy. Absolutely. But you know what I want to bring up? It definitely is healthier. It's definitely healthier because you know what you put in. You can do portion control, you know, um, and you don't have to be roly poly oly are doing it. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong if you already roly poly oly, you know what I mean? Because somebody's going to love on that and love on yourself. But at the end of the day, we really should be taking care of ourselves, be a little bit more healthier. And food is very expensive. I think we should be making it at home. I think we should be packing our lunch. I think like this day and age, we really should be dining out should be a delicacy as it should be, like chocolate used to be. Like dining out was like, ooh, yes, boom, boom, boom. And you really need to, if you don't know how to cook at home, there's no reason for somebody. Either you don't want to, because it's ways of learning how to cook. I mean, like I said, it's so many platforms. You can use this platform, you use to YouTube or other, social media platforms to teach you how to cook. So you know what? One thing I want to news you can use that I wanted to bring up right now. Have you anybody in here this is about quiet quitting? That's what I definitely want to talk about. I want to talk about quiet quitting because this day and age, quiet quitting. If those that don't know quiet, I'm sure that if you don't know what quiet quitting is, so quiet quitting is, it doesn't mean you quit. It doesn't mean you have left your job. Rather, it just means that you are restricting. You are doing what you're supposed to do at work, and you're not going above and beyond. Those above and beyond, honestly, I really didn't learn how to cook because I was in college, period. So quiet quitting, if you do know what quiet quitting, I just want to talk about that. And if you want to, chime in or whatever like that, please do. But quiet quitting is not that you leaving your job. It's just that you're not going above and beyond for them anymore. The hustle culture, the grind culture. Okay. And I remember um prior to me leaving my job, the previous job that I had earlier this year, um, I had already had tapped out. I felt like it was a job. They always talk about, oh, diversity, inclusion, and everything like that. But we want you to do this. We want you to be this. I want you to be this, and sending you emails 6 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday, and expect for you to respond and stuff like that. Oh, don't respond, but they really do expect you to respond because you get a text, you get an email 7:30 morning like, hey, did you look at what I just sent you? You sent it to me on a Sunday. I'm no longer going to be grinding, going above and beyond for no employer. And I really respect the quiet quitting. You do what you're supposed to do. You be proficient and effective in your job, but not breaking your neck, bringing your laptop to the beach or when you're supposed to be hanging out with your family and stuff like that. No, these are the boundaries that working these are the boundaries that working with both you got me. These are the boundaries that you need to work for your physical and mental health. That hustle culture really, I really felt like that was some BS. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you ain't out here grinding, you know me, like 6 inch heels. You grind from Monday to Friday, work from Friday to Sunday. If you have to do what you have to do to make ends meet, that's fine. But I really feel like quiet quitting is our best way to deal with your mental health. So you can take a step back, close out your laptop, don't take work home with you. You be able to spend some time with self, someone time with your partner, have some time with your family. And I really think that should be the culture of it all. Because one thing I can tell you about these big corporations, you are expendable to them. They will get rid of you if a drop of a dime, baby. Now, one cannot say that I do like where I'm at now. I really, really enjoy it. And if I want to go above and beyond to help, my manager and things like that, that's because that's my choice. And I really, really respect her. And I really think she has my back. But at the end of the day, I do want to have peace. In the moment, it seemed like you quiet quit. You are a little bit more proficient. And it's so funny because these jobs will really say, oh, they want you to do that. And they don't want you to say, oh, that's not in my job description. It's really not, because you know what? They will put you in a position to do management work when you're really not a manager, and they won't give you the money, and then they won't give you the adequate onboarding and support so you know how to be an effective manager. But they definitely want you to juggle like you're an octopus. So many things that's not a part of your job description. But when you love what you do and that's your passion, you still need to have boundaries. You still need to be like, look, this I can work effective. And I really truly believe the hybrid model really can help people truly be effective, because you can walk away from your computer at home, you can make a healthy meal, you could take a walk, and then you can come back to your desk without somebody coming hovering all over you. Get this done, get this done. That, really, 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 I really truly believe that the hustle culture really should really, if COVID didn't teach us anything, it really did should have told them, like, we really need to stop being greedy and calm the hell down. Okay? Quiet quitting. You're not quitting your job, but you're just not going to do the hustle culture anymore with it. You're going to be proficient. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. And then you're going to go home and live your life and I really think that model behind work should be your life. You a boss and all that stuff. Really, I really don't want to be a boss. Maybe a boss of my own little, like my own job or anything like that. But that shit will run you to the ground, mentally and physically. So, back again to the day now that we're finished with, right. Artistry and cooking are my safe spaces, my meditation. That is yes. You can, doing a hybrid, being in a hybrid situation, you definitely can go into a space in your place where you can meditate, pray, work out without nobody looking at you. You just, and that could is right. And that's a great safe space for you. And don't get me wrong, I really do think that we do need human contact. We do need to converse. We do need to be with our colleagues at one time and maybe doing some team building, things like that. But again, not that expense that is going to give you anxiety. Listen, going above and beyond and in this boss and hustle culture, highly, that's why so many people have anxiety. Their people really don't understand that equate to the anxiety to that? I just thought I'd bring that up. I thought maybe that would be some news that you could possibly use, about quiet quitting, making sure that you go ahead and get into a space where you love on yourself enough that you remain, you do healthy things. And it's okay if you aged out or, certain things when you tap in, it doesn't tap to your soul. That's okay. Like, like so, you know, I, when it comes to cooking, like you're so funny. I'm just reading one of the comments that says, my mom could cook, but my dad not so much. So, may my dad rest in peace. And again, it's been 7 years that my dad, just suddenly passed away. That is truly took a chip away of me, honestly. Um, every time I go in my parents' garage, it's just like my dad's stuff everywhere. Like my dad would like have everything you need: floodlights, power cords, everything you need, and everything that I needed today for my Beyonce Club Renaissance party. It was because pretty much my dad provided all the nooks and crannies that I needed for this cookout. But he did not know how to cook. He knew how to put a hot dog on. My dad definitely knew how to. My mom was the one that cooked. She always cooked, and my dad could boil a hot dog. So a lot of times on the weekend when my mom didn't cook, she would cook during the week. But when my mom didn't cook on the weekends, or maybe like Friday night or Saturday, my dad would just order cheesesteaks. For Philly, you get a cheesesteak or a stromboli. But since I was a mom at a very young age, I had to go in there and cook. Boom, boom, boom. And my mom used to make me cook. Like my mom used to make me cook once a week. And if I didn't have dinner ready, I used to be on punishment for 2 weeks. Like my mom, like, you had one job to do and you need to be doing that. So, but my mom come from a big family. My grandmother, she can burn. All my aunts and my mom, they all are really good cooks. And I feel like, you know what, I'm a B plus cooker, where everybody else is like an A. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much a B plus. Yes. But I do miss my dad. That man only can make a damn hot dog. He can boil water, okay? That's what my dad could have done. May he rest in power. Another thing I want to talk about is that some news that you probably can use. Make sure that you like and subscribe because I'm still going to be talking about Lovecraft Country, all things popping with all things that I love. Do those in there that you do love about Lovecraft Country? Because tomorrow night, well, technically today, I will be talking about it. I'll be talking about episode 2, Whitey on the Moon. So I want you to chime in. If you didn't get a chance, make sure you watch. Make sure you watch it so you can be able to chime in. Remember, because I'm going to be bringing up some things that you might not remember. I'm thinking about maybe doing House of the Dragon because I love me some I love the Game of Thrones, and this pretty much is a really good thing. Did y'all know? Okay. So NBA Youngboy is expecting his 10th child. I cannot with these. Future, Nick Cannon, NBA Youngboy. These, I can't. That's some news that y'all probably can't use, but this is insane. He is only 22 years old, and he already have 10 children. These young ladies, and I'm not even going to say it's parenting because you know what? These sometimes you can plant the seed or you can try to do your best, but what makes you think it's okay at 22 to be like, okay, he loved me. It's going to be different this 10th time around. He's 22. And I know he is not making that kind of money like that as a rapper because he's not touring. That's where the coins are. And it's not like he's some big influencer. But yes. Yo, this is crazy. But then I don't listen to his music because I feel like in that genre of music, I am aged out on that. And that's it. And I really think that, Nick Cannon is very trifling. And let me tell you why. Nick Cannon have about 10, almost like 9 children, right? By multiple women. A few by multiple by the same person. But it's like these, like some of these young ladies too, like not only is he nasty, and I remember if you look at one, I remember he did a podcast about saying that, some of the women they peach, doesn't have a have a just, like an odor, an unpleasant smell. But I'm just only going to say this and then I'm going to move on. I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. You're out here putting your community peen in multiple women, and then you don't think that, and you say that some of them have an odor down there. Do you not know that it 9 times, not even 5 times, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 is because of you, because you keep putting your community pin in all these other ones and the pH balance be off? You're the one with the dirty peen. If they people are not, if you're not just like, one thing I can say, if you're not like in a polyamorous and y'all living in the same house and probably, drinking the same, eating the same thing, then y'all probably on a cycle. But this man literally goes from coast to coast to city or state to state, or probably county to county, busting it wide open for multiple women, and you don't think that you're not bringing them some type of bacteria? You don't strap up, sir. It's you with your dirty ass peeing. You are fucking up the pH balance, sir. You don't know that. You should know that by now because you're kukala. Okay, he's touched, and it's not by an angel, and it's not by an angel. Okay, I can't with him. Like I can't with him. I can't support. I can't support that man. I just can't. And the people that I just cannot. He's out here really thinking like you really can give what you supposed to have given to all these children just because you make a good coin. Quality. What about the quality? What are you telling these young people? I mean, your seeds. He does make the pH unbalanced. Yes, he be fucking up the pH balance. It's him. With his damn community peen. This dirty ass. Anyway, next. So before I close out, I want to know about, like I said, just reflecting on the year. Starting, I started YouTube in 2020. I'm not that consistent, and I will start being consistent because I really enjoy it. Just sitting back and seeing some of the sector that things in, I can see how very nasty and how and egregious how people can be. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And a lot of, in this, and sometimes you just can't get around it. But one thing I can do is, like I do have everybody have a choice. You choose to either engage or disengage. Make sure you hit the like button, okay, please. Hit the like button, like, subscribe. So I saw how nasty it can be on one side of it, and I can see how entertaining it is, and that's why I joined it. And I'm gonna tell you once again, I know I always tell her, I joined YouTube, I joined my podcast, All Things Popcorn, because I want to talk about all the things I love. I do love a family. I love a sense of community. I love being Black. I love Black people. But I do want to see a little bit more prosperity in our people. I want to see people win. I want to see content that's entertaining, but maybe we could take something from it. A lot of people was on YouTube, but a lot of people, was back outside because I know I was outside today. Okay. But I do want to enjoy life. I do the last 3 months of this year. I'm going to work on the rest of my goals. I want to definitely, you can exactly encourage each other. And everybody's just, like I said, you're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine if you're not everybody else's cup of tea. But one thing you can do, you could choose to disengage. Okay? You could choose to disengage and not be a part. And if if that person or you're not that person cup of tea. Like I don't like behind the scenes. I don't like the bickering. I don't like, the flip-flopping. That shit is trash. But that's just me. I like to have fun. I like to talk about maybe some serious things. But I know it's such a cliche that you say life is short. But one thing I can say about life moves on with or without you. It is up to you to be in control of how you put yourself out there. That's one thing that you do have control of. You don't have control of other people, but you can take steps to control yourself and how you react, how you engage, how you want to engage with other people, how you want to leave your mark on the world. When you look back on this last 9 months, can you sit up there and say, hey, I mean, if that's what you want to do, because you know what, you could wake up this morning and say, you know what, I want to be diabolical. You know what, right here is this is my mission to be shit. I ain't shit, so that's my mission to be ain't shit towards people. I am a, I'm a low vibrational person, so my job is to spread low vibrations. That may be your shit, but it's not mine. And one thing I can say is that, and can you look back on your last 9 months of this year, and have you worked on something? Have you worked towards something that was fulfilling, that brought you joy? Did you bring joy to somebody else? Did you have a sense of accomplishment? And if you haven't, that's okay, because you still got 3 more months. You got every day to wake up to try and do it every single day. Like I say, today was a really good day for me, but it was an eye opener. You know, it made me think. I enjoyed my barbecue that I had, but you sit back and you enjoy, but then you start thinking like, you know what? There's some specific changes I want to make in my life, and I'm gonna work towards that. With the help of my therapist, she's gonna get me there. And we can't, nowadays we really can't even say like, hey, therapy is offered everywhere. You know, even if you get up in the morning and say, you know what, in the morning, something as small as, you know what, I'm gonna get up 10 minutes earlier in the morning just to drink some tea or drink my coffee, just so I won't do the hustle and bustle. Or learn to be a little bit, or maybe be a little bit more flexible with things. Flexibility could be a good thing. Maybe, you call it mental and mobile thought, meaning think about it and apply it. Listen, striving on some goals, you can start at something as small as getting up 10 minutes earlier. Go for a walk. You know what? Every day at 3 o'clock, I'm going to go for a walk. If you can't walk, then you know what? Every day, I'm going to go and do some breathing exercise. Breathe in, breathe out, just to have a moment to decompress. If those who's not able to walk. Maybe at 3:15 you haven't talked to a friend or your parent or a loved one or whatever like that. You said you want to get engaged, then engage in them a little bit more. Send them a text message and say, you know what? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna text you every Tuesday or every Sunday night at 8:15. We can just talk or just text or just engage. Baby steps. One thing you can learn about a baby, they're resilient. Every time they fall, they get right back up and do it. When they're trying to learn something, they mimic somebody that they know is doing it. Be around someone that's like more of a mentor if you need it. Be around someone that you see that maybe, not maybe, that you aspire to get to their career like. Not like to be them as a person, but you know what they're doing, I aspire to do that. And let me talk about and ask them how they get there. Baby steps. It's not about being Joe. It's about, creating professional connections or maybe any kind of connections, and be your authentic self. Work on not just having your representative. If you feel like you need to if you go into a room or in a situation or around individuals that you feel like you need to guard yourself, then you don't need to be in that space. If you're in a space where you allowed to be your authentic self, that's the space you need to be in. But baby steps is key. You know, loving on yourself is key. And knowing where you kind of fall short, where things that you need to work on. Because people say, I don't need people. That's why we're here. We really wasn't here to meant to be alone. We really do need people. You know, we may not need a whole bunch of people, but they're, we are humans. We do need some type of connections. We do need to engage a lot. And we should not be that hard on ourselves as well. You know, and that's not about, you know, protecting your peace, is it get used a lot. But you really do have to protect your peace in instance that it's becoming toxic. But then you have to look at yourself when people keep saying, are you the toxic one too? Have some self-awareness. Are you self-aware? That's where a lot of things you need to talk about, right? Too. That's a whole nother topic to talk about. I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but we do need to have some self-awareness. Thank you. I'm glad that we here. I'm glad that you here. Q, I needed this tonight. Thank you. Yes. Listen, if only one person is listening that is, and you needed this, we needed this together. We needed this together. So, yeah. So, like I said, the recap of this year, I have done, I became a mother-in-law. I am still, a grandmother of two now. I have done with my health. I looked on my health. I inquired about my health and saw the things that I need to do and to correct. And, don't be afraid to go to the doctors, and don't be afraid to go to multiple doctors if you can. I think we should start eating better. I think we should chill on our DoorDash. Thank you. Yes. And I think we should start cooking more for ourselves, even if it's just like a fun live and just like let's see what we're all cooking together. What do we make? Just more healthy things. We need to take more walks. And like I said, if you are a person that cannot take walks, if you are in a wheelchair bound or whatever like that, did you know maybe just sitting outside and enjoying and getting some sun, you know, or FaceTiming loved ones and just, at a certain time. And even if you can, or read a book and get lost in it. But we do need to take care of ourselves. We do need to, get on our paths. We got 3 months left. We don't have to worry about resolutions, but we do need to we got 3 months left. Let's all work on some more goals, baby steps. But let's learn from these babies, because guess what? They get up and they fall down, but they get back up and they take those baby steps, but they keep going. Then after a while, what they start doing? They start running. I think we should do that. I know I'm think I'm going to do that. Another thing you could do is journal. Journal is a way of you reading and going back and reading this, maybe some free reflections too of your past behaviors, your patterns, things that you want to break, things that hold you down, things that the word trigger, I'm saying it in quotes because everybody used that word, that may trigger you, that you can work through so you won't feel stuck. Boy, feeling stuck is the worst for me. But once you know that you're stuck, you can try to do things to get you out so you can start the progression. Well, I am going to wrap this up tonight, but I just want to say thank you for listening. If I, you can always like and subscribe for this. Maybe somebody wanted to hear this, just me, just some news you could use. I'm just talking about the reflections of this year and what I want to go and what we're going to go, where are we going to the next year, the next 3 months. Let's work on our goals. And I think our number one goal is to write down what it is that we want to do for our health. Make sure we know where we are in our health, and then make sure we know where we are in our mental health, and then we make sure that we love on ourselves, and then we make sure that we love on those that we love and respect those that we say that we love. And even if you don't love them, and even if you care about them, you know, that same respect. And keep and And if you are into being like a high vibrational person, then that's the community that you need to stick with, because I can't do the low vibrations of those people, of low vibrational people. And don't get me wrong, all of us have tendencies to be low vibrational at times. We're human. We go through things, then we go and boom, boom, boom. But if it's a constant, then I can't be, for me, I can't be a part of it. Good entertainment, good conversations, like conversing with good people, learning, loving, and healing, and laughing and shit. So until next time, you guys, this was an episode of News You Could Use. I know I only did a couple things of news, like my thoughts on Nick Cannon and NBA YoungBoy, 22 years old, having his 10th baby, and quickly in this talking and talking about quiet quitting. So I hope this helped you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And I see you on Tuesday for News You Could Use. And tonight is technically Monday. This is, I did a late live. Monday, I'm going to talk about Lovecraft Country. Episode 2, Whitey on the Moon. Hope to see you guys there. Until next time, love you guys. And let's good night.